Hello everyone, welcome to this project. In this project, we are going to implement Python. So this is a not only a coding project where we will just the code and its stuff. It's also a lot about creativity and emotion. For example, which type of project do you want? Which type of animal do you want for your project? And what do you want to? What do you want to? How do you want to interact with your animal? Also, what its design should be. So this is not only a Python, but this is a complete project including designing with creativity. Now our requirements will be just three things will be required: Tkinter, Python, Canvas, and this is an additional module of the Tkinter, that is the state. And this state will be used to design different canvas. For example, you are having different drawings for your pet, like sometimes your pet is happy, sometimes your pet is not happy, sometimes your pet is sad. So all those activities will be controlled by this state module. Now the project will be is like our design where you are having a pet. It will be doing some activities which we have actually based and designed, and those activities will be linked about the event that what you are doing. For example, for in our project, our activities of the pet will be linked to the cursor that we are using. For example, if our mouse or cursor is on the screen, if it is outside on the screen, then the activities of the pet will be changed. There will be some default activities like blinking of the eyes and many more things. In addition to it, we can just add some more features like double clicking the pet so that it may just show us the cheeky appearance, and even removing the cursor. Also just uh, different using different things, like when we are rotating on the UI window on our pet, it will just give us a happy smile or comes under a happy state, and all of a sudden when we leave out of the GUI window, it will give us a normal state, that our pet will become again normal. Also, our pet will be a cat. So if you want, you can modify your pet. For example, if you want, your pet can be a panda also, dog also, whichever pet you like. Now Tkinter is an inbuilt library of a Python. Here it comes by default, we don't need to install it, and it runs on every platform like Linux, Microsoft and Mac. So it's very easy to use, just we need to call the library and it's all done. Canvas is a really interesting thing. It just gives us a power to change the design of our pet. For example, even to support the design to the pet, also just make changes to the our design drawing. Like we can move the designs, we can move different types of shapes together. For example, if you have built many shapes and those shapes are also being built by the canvas only, it gives ready-made functions to use some popular shapes like oval, rectangles. Also, if you want to move just a particular shapes out of so many shapes present there, we can easily do that, because here in canvas, when we use it with a Python, our shapes actually becomes an object for us. So this is going to be a really interesting project and a fun project, and I just assure you that you are going to enjoy this. So just let's start building the project. Welcome to the project. In this project, we are going to build a screen pet, and that is our design. We can build any animal, and I am taking here as a cat as my screen pet animal. You can even modify your code and take any animal you want. In this project, I want to clear earlier that you will be needed code and everything, but before code or before just writing coding, just have an emotional weight that how your pet look like, because being emotional towards your pet will actually bring your ideas and creativity, that how actually you want your pet behavior. So this is also involved, and this project will also involve some designing part, because we are going to design our own pet. So let's start with importing all the libraries and variables that will be needed. So the first library that we need here is the Tkinter, and I'm going to import some basic functions of the Tkinter. That is, the first is the tk, the second one is the hidden. Now this is the important part and the important feature that we are going to get, because if you have seen your directory, there are two kinds of files. The first that is visible to you, and the second one that is not visible to you. So if you are just writing seeing the hidden files, for example, if you are just looking at the hidden files, you need to select an option that show me the hidden files. But if you are just going to the folder, it will show you the normal files which are not hidden. So we will be also using that behavior, that is the hidden and normal. So when we will switch, when our pet will be switching between the from different states, like from sad to emotional and from emotional to normal. He will be using the same feature, that is the hidden and normal. Means your animal is at the same time sad also, normal also. And your pet may be, and many more faces that we have actually given, but you will be able to just see only the one that is at the normal condition, which is with the normal variable, and all other expressions of your pet animal will be hidden. Now this is the behavior and the reason why we are importing these two files. Next comes, we will create a window, that is the TK window. After creating the TK window, we are going to import the canvas function to design our screen and to design our pet. I am going to give my screen variable as a parameter. My width will be 400 and height will be 400 only. So why we are taking 400 by 400? The reason is we don't want the wallpaper to be covered by our pet, that we need to constantly switch between the tabs and just look at our pet animal. So it will be a small 400 by 400 size of pet animal. It means that you can freely work on your desktop computer, your laptops, your screen, and your animal will be visible to you continuously, but it will not interfere with your screen. So if you're writing any article, if you're working, you may be just be able to look at your pet. Your pet will give you some gesture and a feeling of a real pet, and you can just carry on with the work. So next we need to configure our screen. Now in configuration, we are going to give the background color, that is black, and next we are going to give highlight thickness. Now our highlight thickness is 0. After this, we are going to pack that what we have created. Currently we have not created any labels or entries that need to be packed, but just writing the function and giving the main loop. So here we have our basic functions ready to work with. Now I am going to define a color for my pet animal. So the body color of the pet animal will be sky blue, and okay, this will be the color of our pet animal. Now our animal will be designed in parts by parts. It means that first we are going to design the body, then we are going to define the feet, then we are going to design the ears, then eyes, and so on. And in this way we are going to make our pet. But designing your pet is only a starting way. We need to make it work, give some gestures, and so on. So let's start first by designing, and then I will tell you how you can create different functions in which your pet will be going to give you different expressions. Means whether your cat is a pet is in normal state. Here we are having our pet animal as cat, so sometimes cat is sleeping, sometimes it's walking, and all these things. So now for creating a body, we just need canvas. Okay, so actually we need to create a shape for doing this, and our shape will be the create oval, which will be a basic function your canvas gives us. So we just need to enter the coordinates. Now entering the coordinate is a bit different in this. You need to get the exact coordinate. Okay, where will your body be there, because there are so many coordinates and no one can write their coordinate at just looking at the window. So we need an exact coordinate of how and where our coordinates will come, where the body should go, where the exact variable should be, like I have given here. So I have just checked multiple times, run my program, and then just guessed a perfect idea that okay, this is the perfect location or the coordinates for the body. So I am telling you this, if you are building a cat, you can use this coordinates, but if you are building pandas and anything else, any other animal like dog, so just take care that you have the perfect coordinate, and you cannot get the perfect coordinate only at once. So you need to run your program multiple times, and it takes few minutes to get an idea over the coordinate, but once you get it, you can use them. Now we have designed the body. and it will be a shape. So let's check if our program is working or not. So while it's running, we'll just write the code for the foot also. We will design the foot. So here we go. First I am designing the left foot. Then this is my variable for the foot. And after this we are going to use a function. Our foot will also be oval shape. So we are going to get the function oval, call the function. Now again we need to give the exact position, that is the coordinate, and those coordinates are also just guessed coordinates, that where they should be, and in this way I got the perfect coordinate. Okay, so they should get the means foot should touch the bottom part of the body, and I am going to give the exact coordinate, that is the 145 360. Now we are going to have the outline. Outline will be same as c dot body color underscore color, and fill will be again the body color. So here we have the body color. Now next comes the right foot that we are going to define. I am going to copy this and just change the coordinate. So what we are doing, we are just altering our image from left hand side to the right hand side. And remember, while we do this, our y coordinates should not change. This is our y naught coordinate and this is our y1 coordinate, because we don't want that our image should get tilted. It may be tilted clockwise or anti-clockwise. That's why if our y coordinates are changed, our vertical direction of the image will just rotate or shift with some degree. So let's run it. You can see that here we are having the image that we actually created. I'm going to close it, come back. Now this time we are going to check for the foot also that we got. So you see, you can see it here. This is the shape of the body that we have created, and these are the foot that we actually created here. Now next thing, we are going to create the ears on this side, and then comes the eyes here, then the mouth, then some cheeks. And also remember, the animals have a long tongue, so their tongue is also very important to be there, because that is the part of their facial expressions. So we are going to get it. Okay, so the basic thing is that is left is about the ears, and for ears I am going to use the polygon shape. So all we are going to do is just use the polygon shape for the ears. So here is we go, ear left is equals to c dot create. This time we want a polygon, and now here we are going to give the coordinates, that is 75 80 75 10 165 and again 70. Now we also need to give the outline. So outline will be the same as the body color, and color will also be the same as the body color. Here we go, fill is equals to c dot body color. Okay, so here is our left ear. Now we are going to use this and just make the right ear. Okay, so this will be the right ear, and our coordinates will change a bit. So this will become 255, next it will be 45, next coordinate will be 325. Now next coordinate will be 10 remain as it is, and this will be 320. Again 70 will remain as it is because we don't want to change the y coordinate. Now again we are going to run it. So you can see we got the ears also. These will be the ears, this is the legs. Now in the next video we are going to just define the complete our pet design, that is the eyes also, mouths, and there will be different kinds of mouths and cheeks. Hello everyone, welcome to the project. As we have designed our pet, we have designed the food, the ears and the body. Now what was left, we have to design the eyes, cheeks. So we are going to design that in this part. So after designing the part, at least we have our pet ready, give some functions to just change the gestures. Now let's go for it. So here we need to take some more variables to do that. For example, to design the eye of our pet, we need to use the oval shape that we were doing earlier. Now give the coordinates. So our coordinates are 130, 110, 160 and 170. So these are the coordinates of our the eyes of our pet. Now outline will be a bit different from the previous one, like this time the outline will be the black instead of body color to make them visible, and fill will be white because usually animals have white eyes and black outline will be there to do that. Now this is the left eye. We are going to create the right eye, copy it and paste. Now this is for the right eye. Again only the x-axis will change, right y-axis will remain same. So here we go, it will be 230 and this will be 260. You would notice we have only shifted the left eye to the 100 units right side and made a new variable with the name eye right, because our x-axis has only shifted 100 position and rest of everything remains same. Now we need to create the pupil, so we are going to make a new function, that is pupil left. We are going to use dot create oval, and with this oval we are just going to use coordinates, that is 140, 145, 150, 150. So this will give us a small pupil. Time it outline will be of black color and fill color will also be the black, because pupils are always or most of the time blacks for the eyes. Now we are going to copy it and paste it here, and this will be the pupil right. Again we need to shift this pupil 100 position, so this 140 will become 240 and this 150 will again become 250. Just everything will remain same. Now we are going to run it, and you can see our pet got the eyes. So here are the two eyes, they are on the same y-axis, just on different x-axis location. Now coming to the next thing, we have made the eyes. This time we are going to make the mouth, and we are going to make three mouths as I have explained you earlier, and for mouths we are going to use a normal and hidden function. So let's go for it. First I'm going to define your mouth normal, and this mouth normal will be a curved line. So we are going to get the function create line, and in create line I am going to just give the coordinates 170, 50, 200. Since this is a curved line, so actually we are giving two coordinates x0, x1, x3. With that we are also given y0, y1 and y3. So here we have given our 6 coordinates. Going to give smooth equals to 1. So doing some width is equals to 2 8. Now this is the function that which defines that what we actually wanted. So I want it to be normal. So we are going to save it. If I run it, see here is a normal phase that we have actually. If I change my position, make it as hidden, keep it to be here only, like this statement will remain as it is. We are going to copy it and just create another phase, that is you can take you can create sad also and happy also. So let's create a happy phase. So this will be for the happy phase. Now instead of hidden, I'm going to make it normal. There we go. Now you can see here two eyes were there and both of them were visible to us. Two ears were visible to us, two eyes were visible to us, two pupils were visible to us. Now we have two mouths. Just we will change some coordinates so that you can find the difference. And also happy face has a different coordinates, so it will be a bit more deeper. Means depth was 272, but we have made it a depth of 282. You can even get it more deeper, like 255. So our face will go more downwards and then come upwards, and it will be visible as that our pet was happy. But we have not removed this normal mouth. It's still visible. It's still written in the code, and you can see this is our happy mouth, but there was no normal mouth like this because its state was hidden. If I make it again normal, try to run it, that time you can see that actually both the smiles or faces are visible. This is the normal curve and this is the happy curve, and both the faces visible here, but we have just hidden the normal curve so that we get the happy curve. Now if we hide both the curve, like both were actually at the normal state, now we will change the state here. From normal, I am going to make it hidden. Be hidden. Now we will save this and try to run it. This time the states are hidden, so we are not able to see both the faces. This is the combination of normal and hidden. Actually, when we want to show multiple gestures on the face, instead of creating multiple images, we just create multiple faces and multiple combinations of faces, eyes, cheeks, to show the state of our pet, like expression, and try to change it. So it's between different states of the expression. And this is how it's a more easier way. Now if I make it as sad, I will copy this, paste it here. This will be for the sad. Now a sad face. Now a sad face will be not go in a depth. It will be a bit upside. So instead of making as 285, we can make it as 230. Everything rest of the thing will remain same. So we have not changed the state. We are going to change the state to normal, hidden. We will make save it. This time if we run it, sad face looks more like a sad because the expression is different because of the mouth line that we actually made. It is not downward, but it's upside towards the face, and this is the reason it looks more sad than the happier one. I'm going to make back everything normal, like instead of normal, hidden, can bring the face to the normal. Now we will run it. This time this is the normal face, and happy face is also there, sad face is also there at the same time, but the difference is those states are hidden and we are not able to see. So this is the thing about the hidden and normal. It has saved our time from if else we need to run a loop and take a variable and then check whether the variable value is something like sad, or we need to give some event numbers and then check which variable value is for what and then let it go into the loop. All this work is actually made easier using just a state function, that is the normal and hidden. So we don't need to make a logic statement for this. Now comes the tongue. So we are going to make the tongue for our pet. Now we go tongue. We use two types of tongue. So create. Here we are going to get the rectangle, and with rectangle we are just going to enter the coordinates 170, 30 to 90. So these are just x0 and x1 and y0 and y1 coordinates. Now outline will be of red color because tongue color is really red. Fill will be of red color again, and state will be hidden. Now we are going to the tongue. We are having a normal face here, so we need to keep its tongue is hidden because we don't actually we will not notice the normal in normal mouth a tongue in the animals. And here it will be a tip, so its coordinate will be a bit different, like we'll go for the 300 and this will be 170. We need to make 5. Now first we will check, we need to make both the things normal because we are going with, but I am going to show you actually how these tongue look like. So this is the tongue here, but it should be upsized. When our cheek will come down, its tongue will look like it's the mouth will come down, its tongue will look like it's falling from the mouth. View the main tongue, that was for the tip. This is a different tongue, that is for when they are just opening their mouth, we will be using at that time. But currently we will make both the tongues as hidden because in normal mouth we don't need to show them, so this will be hidden. This is how we have actually built the tongue. Now the next thing comes is the cheek that we want to create. So here comes the cheek, left, which is equals to oval. Enter the coordinates 180. Actually these coordinates I have taken from just watching at the images, like a real image of a cat, and then just understanding okay where everything coordinates should come. So if you want to make your own other animal, you can just take their image and try to design it on the canvas. Just you need to use the shape for a particular purpose, like I am using it. We are going to save it and copy it. Now we are going to make another check that is for the right one. Change the name of the variable from left to right, and here we need to just shift the x-axis. So instead of 170, it's going to be 280. Now the next one, x coordinate will be, that is 330. Rest of the things going to run it. You can see there are two cheeks here. Yes, the right side, left cheek, So you can see there are the two chicks, but we will not display it in a normal state. When our pet animal will be happy state, that time we will show them the chicks. So we need to give this state also as hidden. When we will switching between the functions, that time you can see that how we will change the state and make them visible. So this will be hidden in state hidden. Okay, so this is actually our pad with some hidden features here to just show the expressions the users, those who are looking at, and they will just continuously change the expressions in a random way. So as if it will be looking like a real animal is actually behaving. So meet you in the next video that how we are going to add functions. Hello everyone, welcome to the project. We have completed our pad designing. As you can see, we design our pad, we have mentioned like tongues, cheeks, and many more things. But this is just a particular design. There is no other thing like your pet does not cannot do anything. Cannot blink their eyes. It cannot just give your the particular expression. It is just a particular pet here. You can say it's just like a wallpaper or an image. Now to make this image into a real pet, we need to add some function. So a real thing is about this is when you have actually have a pet, your pet should blink their eyes. This is the first part that we can notice in a living animal and in a non-living thing, that their eyes should be blinking. For example, if you just look at a toy, even how beautifully it is designed, if their eyes are not blinking, it will not never look true. So we will start by building this first function, that is the blinking eyes. So let's go. For this, we will just be needed to define a function, and I am going to define a function toggle eyes. Now this function will actually keep the eyes up and down, means they will just appear to be blinking, but naturally they are not blinking. So we need to make them appear on the screen that like they are actually blinking by using some logics. First we are going to define a color. What the procedure here is, if you will look at the pet, so let's first complete it, then I will tell you. Now I'm going to just call the item c get, and this function actually brings me the particular variable that we have created. Like here I have created a shape eyes, I have created a shape pupil. So this is going to get that particular object. Now at first I am calling just left eye. You may call the right eye also, it's up to you, and call the function that is the fill. So it is going to bring me that particular item. Now coming here, we will write a color. This will be c dot body color. Next, continue with a if statement. If current color, here we are going to give the condition for the blinking of the eyes is equals to white, else white. Now this is a bit complicated. As you can see, we have two if else statement, but they call just the same thing, that is the white and white. So if you will consider it as a if else statement only, it is not true, not a correct statement, because our if condition will never runs any. But if you will look at this thing, that is the c dot body color and then a white, so you will able to understand that's what happening here. It is just written in a single line of, if the current color of the eyes are white, it means eyes are open. We need to give return c dot body color according to the syntax. So c dot body color is actually our sky blue color. It is resembling the body color. It means the eyes are closed now. If current color is not white, it means eyes are actually closed. Then we will return the white. It means that body color will not be there, will be removed, and white color will come. So we are actually changing the configuration of the shape, and this is the reason why we call the c dot item get, because in current color we have just get the shape, that is the eye left or eye right, whichever you want, and chosen a function that is the fill function of that shape. Now fill function will give us the particular color which the eye was filled, and you can see that eye was filled with white. So this current color will have actually a white color in it. We don't need to do anything. It will fetch on its own everything. That is, it will take the item, then check the condition that we have given. We have given a fill color condition. It will take that fill color condition in its own, means the variable will get the value of this fill color condition. Now it has a white value at the first time if you run. Now this will go to the if else statement, and new color will have a value that is opposite to the current color. Now in simple words, if current color is white, new color will be the body color. If current color is actually a body color, which was previously changed when we will run this function once, then new color will be white. So they will just run vice versa to each other. Now we need to do something with the pupil, because the pupils, that is, they were actually black. Even your eye color changes to white or blue, that is the sky blue, that is body color, your pupil will remain as it is black. So we need to somehow remove the pupils, because it will not appear to be like working. Your eyes are closed, they are in blue colors, but then also pupil is visible, that is a black color spot. So we need to remove them. So this time we have changed the color for the eyes. We are going to change the state for the pupil. As I've told you, we have used a function hidden and normal. By default everything is normal, so just we need to change the eyes to the hidden state whenever new color will be white. So we are going to do it. Now I am going to make a new function, that is current state. This will be the new variable. Same procedure, c dot item c get. Now this time I am going to get the right pupil. I can also get the left one, but previously we have taken left, so this time we will take right, because I just want the variable value to be the state in this current state, and variable value to be white in this white or body color in this current color. I am not concerned about the eyes, or we are not doing anything with the eyes and pupils. So here we go, and here I need to mention the state. By default it is normal only, so we don't need to mention the state. Now again we will just get the new state. New underscore state is equals to, like we have written here, first we have taken a variable c dot body color, then we have checked that if this color is actually the white color, then we will return this. If it is not, then we will return something. So don't get confused at why it is white and here in else also it is. Now similar we need to write for the new state. Here we are just mentioning the normal state. The normal, return normal if current state, here current state, the variable we have created, is equals to hidden, and else return hidden. If it is already hidden, then just return the, if it is, means if it is normal, means the current state is not hidden, it is normal, then return hidden. And if current state is actually hidden, then make it normal, return normal. So it's just a misconception in the syntax that it appears that as if both the if statement are running the same, but actually you can consider this normal to be here after the if statement, so that it will return the, make the new state to normal. This else will be return, make the new state to the hidden. So now we have made the two variables, new state and new color, means they are actually vice versa of their present state and present color. For example, if current color from the beginning only it will be white, because we have by default taken the white, the new color will be body color, and current state also by default was normal, so new state will be hidden. So you can see that we don't need a if else statement to check whether new color and new state would be same, because new state should be normal if new state should be hidden whenever new color is actually a body color. So they will just be running together, and you can just look at them. We don't need to create a if else statement, because we will never get a contradiction that when body color will be, when eyes color will be a body color, our new state will be hidden. So this is the reason that we don't need a if else statement, because body color and hidden state and white color and normal state will just remain together, since by default we have taken them. So if they will change, both of them will just change, and again if I will call the function, both of them just get reversed to what they were previously. So we will not be going to create an if else statement here for checking that new color and new state are just working together. Now I just need to change the configuration. So I am going to get the function item configure. Now here, this time we are actually changing the pupil, that is the pupil state. So state is equals to new underscore state. Also we are just changing here, so we want both the pupils, because we cannot do just change one and leave other. So here we go, this time the pupil will be right. Here we get the right pupil. Now we also need to change the item config, both the eyes, that is the left eye and right eye. And here we are not going to change the state, just we are going to change the color. So state is equals to new color that we have previously created. So here we get the new color, and similar will be the for the right eye. Previously we have taken just one eye because both eyes have the same values there, that is for the fill and the state. So we were not needed to get the two eye like new color left and new color right, because both eyes are together working together. So here we get the eye right. So this is our function which will actually toggle the eyes, and in reality it is not will not blink the eyes, but it will change the eyes together. For example, one time eyes will have a blue color, and at the other time eyes will have a white color. So you can just imagine that continuously the colors are changing, and we are going to decide that at what interval of time these colors will change, or this will only change the color but for once. If I call the function, for one time only it will change the color, and you will not be able to notice that because it will be so fast. Now we will using a blink function. We are going to change it, means decide the speed, that at what rate this is happening. So first we are going to call the toggle eyes function. We are not going to call the toggle eyes in the main function, just we will call the blink function. Blink function will actually call the toggle eyes, and now we are just going to give after function here, means call them after interval, then 250 and toggle eyes. So it will toggle the eyes once, then again it will call the toggle eyes function, and after toggling the eyes again, I am again going to give another value, that is 3000 milliseconds, and this will actually call the blink function. So first it will toggle the eyes, we will have a black eyes, then in just few seconds again we will have the white eyes, means that this is the blink one. So our first blink will be like opening and closing eyes, that should be together, means very fast. If you will notice, we just blink for a few milliseconds and then keep our eyes open. After opening the eyes for 3 seconds, it will again toggle for 250 milliseconds, and you can consider as it to be 0.25 seconds. It will toggle for that interval of time, and again it will blink after 3000 milliseconds. So there is a difference, we call it together, that is the blinking, but when you write the function, toggling is opening and closing the eyes. We have called that together, and that is a blink one, but we need to make this blink continuous. For example, we again want it to be to blink, but not at the same rate it is blinking the eyes. The rate of difference between the two blinking of eyes should be like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and that looks normal. But the rate of just opening and closing the eyes, that is the toggling the eyes, should be very less, because we or any animals blink very fast. So to make it realistic, we have just given such situation that it will just open and close its eyes in just 0.25 seconds, but it will repeat that same process after 3 seconds. So this is how we have created the toggle eyes function. In the next video, we are going to make new functions to make our pet more live. Hello everyone, welcome back. We have actually made a function that is for toggling of eyes. I have also explained that what is the logic that we are using to make it look as natural as possible. Now the next thing comes is that we need to toggle also pupils. So the idea behind this about toggling the pupils is, you can see the pupils are here, and whole of the moment they will remain here only at the center. But when the animal is steering somewhere, their pupils shift towards the right side, and the left one shift to the right side, and right one shift to the left side. So they start steering somewhere like this. So they should shift for some time when they are just opening their mouth and making their tongue out and steering somewhere. So we need to give that feature. So in this video, we are going to give two features, that we are going to toggle the pupils, and the second thing, we are also just do toggle the tongue also, means tongue should come out and tongue should go in. That feature should also be there. Many a times animals usually have their mouth open and their just tongue is coming out of the mouth and they are breathing heavily, looking at or staring somewhere. So that feature we are going to add today. Now to do that, we need to define two variables. Our first variable will be for the pupils, and we can name it as a crossed eyes. So here we have the crossed underscore eyes, and its value will be 2. Now coming back, okay, if the eyes are actually crossed eyes, when you open the image only, it may look somewhat odd, because when we open, we should have a normal face of the animal, of our pet. So we will make it false, means it is not staring somewhere. Then to just show us some activity, it will stare. We will make it stare somewhere. Now the next is tongue out. Dot tongue out. Also, we will make this also false, because in normal state it will not have its tongue out. And crossed eyes. Okay, so these are the two functions. Now we are going to define the functions for the pupils. All we need to do is define toggle for pupil. We'll close this. This time it is also a same function as we have written upside. The thing is that we are not taking the values and putting it in the configuration, because we are actually not changing the configuration, we are moving the pupils. So we want that our pupils should come on the center of the, from center of the eyes, to shift some way, some units, that it may resemble like their pupils are just shifted, so it may resemble like they are looking or staring somewhere, because the direction of your of how the where your eyes are looking is determined by the direction where your pupils are just getting or intersecting. So when you are looking straight, it means you are normal, you are not looking any, the lines from the pupils are going parallel. But when they start intersecting somewhere, we can identify, okay, the pet is looking somewhere. So here we go, C dot crossed eyes. All we need to do is move the pupils from their current location. So go with the pupil left and move it 10 units in the x direction. We will make it 8 minus 3. Now we go with the C dot move. This time we will write the same function for the pupil right. Also the same units we are using, it is minus 8, and y direction will be remain same, it is minus 3, because they will shift upstairs, both the eyes, both the pupils, but it will shift in the positive x-axis, and this will shift in the negative x, means in the opposite direction. But y direction will look on the same direction, means they will just go some bit upside to look. Now we need to change the current value, because our crossed eyes were actually false. So this statement will run and it will just toggle the pupils from the initial state only. So now we also need to change the value, otherwise we will never get back our original state back. We need to make it true. So next time when we will call the function, we will just use the win dot after to call it back, or to run it multiple times. We will just return back those things. I am going to copy this. Here we get it. Now change this back to false. so that it may return back to original position. Means first they will toggle the pupils, then they will come back to their original, then again the function will be called, they will toggle, then again function will be called, they will come back. So it will be in this pattern. All we need to do is just change this -3 direction to +3, means make the pupils back downward, and this will be -8. So we are just bringing back the original direction of the pupil, so they will come back where we have started. Now similar is the function for the tongue movements also, means how they will just uh, bring out their tongue from their mouth, and this is the habit of the animals. Usually the thing is that they breathe from their mouth. So to breathe from their mouth, they bring their tongue out to breathe heavily from their mouth, and just keep it out only for some time when they are breathing, and then get back their tongue again back into their mouth. So just to make that happen, this is a natural behavior of breathing of animals. So we want this feature to be there. We need to just check that tongue is not out. From the first moment only, from the first moment only, this function will run, because actually our tongue was not out. Now we will come back again. We need to just change the configuration. Here we go, item configure, and this time we are just changing the state of the item configure. So we will be using tongue. If tongue is divided into two parts, we cannot make it directly. So the first part was the tip and the other part was the main. This is the hidden, and initially they was actually hidden only, and now we need to make them to be, means first time when we'll call the function, what we want that from the hidden state they should come back to the normal. Instead of false, we want tongue out to be. So when tongue out will be true, the function will be called, and they will check that okay, not tongue out, means tongue out is not there, then tongue out is true, and this condition will become false, so it will go to the else automatically. So here we also need to change the item configuration of the another, that is the main, tongue main. Going to copy it and we can paste it. So our tongue main will also change its state back to hidden, but this is for when we will call the function second time, because first time it will change the tongue tip and tongue main to normal state, so they may be visible to us. So this is not going to run first time, and it is for the second time to bring back to the original position tongue out true. So here we go. Now you can check here that the first function we created, actually we have created a variable that is the new state, and here also a new color, but this is the same thing that we are just taking the item c get using that function and just changing it. Here we have created a sort out that problem, means get the item c get function we have sorted out by using a new variable that is tongue out. So we are just switching between these variables, that is the tongue out and crossed out, to just remember that okay, what we are actually doing, what we wanted to do. We wanted to change the state, so we have given this. But if you are not creating this value c dot tongue out, you may go with this one. It is the same process. Just the thing is that everything is written in a single line. So it's up to you that which method you want. I have told you with both the method, that you may not get confused, okay, what actually is happening and what different methods are there. Always try to use multiple methods while programming, so you can have an idea, okay, what's happening here, and you may recall every concepts about the writing algorithms and writing syntax of the Python. So syntax and algorithms both are important. Here we get the variables, and this should be false. We done it. Now we are going to use this in a combination, means toggle pupil and toggle tongue will come under a configuration when we want to make a cheeky face. So when our pet will look at it with some relaxed and happy face, that is the cheeky face, we want its tongue to be out, it should be staring towards us. So what we need to do is just call the function, that is the toggle tongue. Here we will call the toggle. Next will be the toggle tongue, call that also. Now we need to create another function, that is hide underscore happy. We are going to create that function in the next video. We need to just we need to just change the happy state also. The hide happy means here that if our face is in a happy state, you can see mouth normal, mouth happy, mouth sad. When our tongue is out, main and tongue tip are out, our cheeks are visible, that is in the hidden state. The pupils will toggle when we are using a cheeky function, and these mouths will disappear. They should go in a hidden state, all the mouths. The reason that they should go in a hidden state, otherwise they will overlap the tongue and visible to us. When our pet will be opening the mouth and bringing out the tongue, the mouth will actually disappear. The line that we have created, it should go in a hidden state. So this is the reason we are just creating a function hide happy, and event will be when we will click, it will work. So we are going to use the mouse, that when you are going to click, it will work. That is just, they will call after 1000 seconds, means they will get back to the normal. So toggle tongue when dot after will also be for 1000 milli. This will be toggle pupil. We are just returning. Okay, so here we get our function, and we need to define an event since we are only clicking to get the thing that we wanted. So our event will be the mouse that we have clicked, and when that event will occur, it will call the cheeky function. It will call the tongues out and pupils crossed. You can imagine it like you have touched the face of a dog or any animal. They just change their shapes to change their mouth shapes to adjust themselves towards you, like opening mouth, looking at you, and all that behavior. So similar is the behavior when we will click our pet. It will just change its state and toggle their tongue and pupils towards us, and then get back to the normal. So here it will call once, means pupils will change the direction, tongue will change the direction, hide happy will face will be hidden, and after 1 second it will return back to its normal position. So we have created this. The next section we are going to create a new video that is about how we are hide the happy and tell the happy face and change the switch between different faces. Just keep watching the video. Welcome back, guys. We have created so many functions. That is the cheeky function. Actually, these functions works in a, for example, this cheeky works in an event when our toggle pupil, toggle tongue, it calls them together. Our blink function calls the toggle eyes together. Now we will get the combination of this cheeky and blink together. We want so many activities to be just at the same time. For example, blinking and just cheeky face and everything. Now coming towards a new function that we were actually creating and we have used here, that is a hide happy. We are going to create three functions. That the first one will be the show happy, hide happy. But before doing all this, we will just create a new variable, that is, now for now we will make it false, and we are going to create a new variable, that is happy level. So now what actually is happening here, if you will go, if you have a pet, then whenever you would be near to your pet, he or she would be more active, means they would be playing together, smiling and doing some activity with you. But if they are alone, just considering them to be sitting in a room, they would be lonely, feel lonely and would be sad. So similar is the activity with us. If our mouse, this cursor that I am running, if this mouse is inside the GUI window, for example, if I run it, if this cursor is inside this window, okay, I am near to my pet. on this black side, between this and between this, then it should feel normal. If I am inside this, means I am touching my pet and we are playing together, you can consider it, with a cursor on it, it should become happy. Means a cheeky face should appear here, tongue should appear here, the eyes should keep blinking. That is for blinking of eyes for every state, but the cheeks should appear here, the tongue should be there, and it should resemble like it's have a happy face. This is a normal face. If I'm outside here, it should switch back to the normal. If I am gone outside the window, it should feel lonely and become sad. Sad. So to make this, we have two things here. The first one is the happy level. What this happy level will do, it is currently 10. We will reduce it -1 in every 0.5 seconds, so that in 4 to 5 seconds it will become 0. And when it has actually become 0, you can say, or gone to the -1, we will make the face to be sad. After that, it will remain sad until we don't come to the window. To just come to the window, we are using a concept that our mouse should be on the window. That is, we are going to use the bind function to do them. But currently, I am not calling the bind function. We will first call the function, make the function, build the function. But we will use the distances to do that. If my cursor is between -20 from the left hand side and +20 from the right hand side, it should be normal. If it is between -20 and +20, it should be happy. If it is outside, in just 10 seconds it should be. So this is the concept here. Now let's write functions for these. So first I am going to define. So happy, see, don't consider it to be just we are calling a function in a simply, we are calling a combinations of functions. So that's why it's a bit complex to understand that actually what is happening. But you can consider that we are making a real pet, and a real pet sometimes it's a smile when you are near, and it becomes sad when you are away. And your responses to your pet using your cursor. So your cursor is actually you, and that is your pet when your cursor hover over your image. So this hovering of cursor is actually be playing with your pet combination that I am using. Now I am going to use a if statement, and to show happy, it means my cursor should be 20 units. After 20 units from the GUI window, before ending the 20 units of the GUI window, it should remain happy. So I'm going to make 20 less than equals to event dot x and event dot x. So x here are the coordinates, and this event is actually my hovering of my cursor over the image. So here we go. Similar will be the for the y-axis also. The event dot y and event dot y less than equals to. So if you can see, the 350 comes when we have designed our scene. It was 400 by 400, so we have used a 350. It means 20 units and then 350 units. Actually it comes out to be 370 units that we are using, and that we are using between them. So here we have our event. Now we just need to change some configuration. Item configure. The first one, we will make cheek left appear. Currently, if it is in hidden state, we will just change the state back to normal. After this, again going to make this for the cheek right also. Just change its state to normal. Now the second thing, we are going to make mouse happy. So c dot item figure mouse happy, and make this state to be normal. So actually our function is over. We have done. We have just make the happy state so happy. But if you have mouth happy is in a state normal, we need to switch off or turn off other two mouths, that is mouth sad and mouth normal, because they would also be appear together. So we need to make them hidden or send them into a hidden state, that we can only able to see the happy face. Make its state to be hidden. See, this will be for mouth sad equals to hidden. Here we go, hidden. Now both the faces are done. We need to change the happy level. Again, if you, for example, consider your pet is sad because you are away from it for 5 to 10 seconds, then you again come back towards your pet. It will make your happy level to 10. So again, it will take 5 to 6 seconds to make it sad again, because our happy level is again updated. So it will again get -1 in just we have set some 0.5 seconds. So after 5 to 6 seconds it will be just after 5 seconds it will become 0, and again after 5 seconds you can say your face your pet will be sad because you are not near to it. Now we have made this statement, we will not be using any else statement. It is just for if statement. We have updated the happy level and we have just updated the states of the different faces. Now coming to the function that we have used earlier, that is the hide happy. So coming here, we need to define hide happy, which we have previously used, and this will also be for the event. So now here, if we leave about happy level, just consider we are switching between our pet, and you are just switching means going outside your pet, but in your GUI window, that is the black side, and your cursor is hovering over there, it should hide happy and come back to the normal state. But if you again switch back to the pet, hover over your pet, it should again become happy, then again hide happy if you go out. So this is it. This time we are not using any if statement, because we have used the if statement here only. So if this statement does not work, then automatically this condition will true, because if you are not between these conditions, then you are definitely in these conditions if you are on your GUI window. Otherwise, if you are away from your GUI window, we don't need to check about the event. We are not concerned about that, and technically event only take care, the event function only take care when you are on the GUI window. So this time we don't need if else condition, we can just go directly. So here we go, cheek left, state equals to hidden. So now we are just hiding back what was there, dot item configure, cheek right, state is equals to hidden. We are hiding both the cheeks. Now we will also hide the happy face, item configure, mouth happy, state equals to hidden. We done it. Again we just make the normal face visible, that is we are near but not on the pad, we are near to the pad, so it should behave normal, just so give us the normal response. Our mouth normal and state will be normal. Here we go. Now see dot item configure, this time sad face, again it will not be visible to us, so state is equals to hidden. Here we go, hidden, and we will return nothing. So this is our return function, that how we are going to hide the happy face. And you may understand that why we are using a if statement here but not a if statement. So we even cannot do the vice versa also, that will just give some errors. The reason is that in so happy face we are using so many functions, and here we are just not using any function, just using an event, means it is on the GUI window, and here also it is on the GUI window, but it is not in this condition, but it is on the GUI window, so this condition will. If you just make this 20 greater than event x and greater than 350, and here also smaller than event y and greater than 350, so that will also work for us. And but the thing is we need to remove it from there, and if you add both the side a if statement like 20 greater than and 350 greater than, 20 smaller than and 350 greater than, so that may also be work well, but this is the more smarter way, because we are just giving a condition somewhere and not giving a condition on the other side. The reason is that it automatically works as a else. Now we go with the set phase. So we are going to build the set phase. This time we don't need an event. So if no event is actually working, it means that we are not on the screen, and we need to just decrease the happy level. So our happy level that we have created, if that is equals to 0, then we need to just copy this, paste it here. Now here the normal will be hidden, set phase will be visible to us. This set phase will be come under the normal state. So you can see that how we are just changing between the normal and hidden, and for the same process only. So shift them. Now this was if happy level is equals to 0, we will come under the set. But if we go for the else and c dot happy level means it is not 0, then we will decrease it by -1. So it is not guaranteed that you will after 5 seconds will be able to see the sad phase. The reason is, for example, if you again switch to the happy phase, you will be able to just to again switch back to the happy phase, you will just may recharge your happy level back to 10, so it will come to normal. But if you are running on the hide happy, means on the normal phase, so there is a event but not for this event, so our happy level will remain as it is on. But when you will go outside the GUI window after that 5 seconds of duration, we are going to get the set phase, because after that we are going to make it to the 0. Yes, coming back here. Now I need to, we are here just in the else statement, we are about to decrease the happy level, and in the if statement we are just working with the if statement, we are just displaying the sad phase, because our happy level has declined and there is nothing left in the happy level. So see that we are calling it after again 500 seconds, means if you called it once, it will be again coming back towards you. Now you can see that if your happy level is not recharged, or even if you are on a hide happy condition, you will get a sad face after 5 seconds. But if I remove this after 500 seconds, this function will not call itself, so it will just take when the event is not there, and it will run after the cursor is out of the screen, means for the 5 seconds. But now if I call it after 500 seconds regularly, continuously, it means even if it is hide happy will not affect the happy level, so we are going to get the sad phase after 5 seconds, that is the 500 milliseconds. Now we have created this. In the next video we are just going to call all the functions together, just look at our pet. I hope this video is getting interesting, and here we are using multiple functions together, so it is a bit complicated, and just take care, just look at every step, that how it is linked towards different, like how cheeky face is actually linked with the happy face, so happy face and tongues. So that is all about. Now in the next video we are going to complete our pet screen pet. Hello everyone, we have completed our 90% task of the coding part, everything is completed. We need to call the functions. So in this video, this will be the last video, and here we are going to complete our screen. So the work that is left is to call the functions. For calling the functions, all I wanted to say is you can have that we have given some events here. Hide happy event, show happy event, again a hide happy event, that is a, and here we have not given any event. So what these events are, actually when you move your mouse over the text area or the GUI window that you have created, it generates an event. For example, if you double click there, it will generate an event. If you are not present on that GUI window, it means your cursor is not on the window but outside the window, you are working somewhere else. It will also be called an event of the mouse. It means your mouse is not present. If your mouse is just moving over the GUI window, that is also an event. So this was about what are the events are actually. So we will be using a bind function to generate the event from our mouse. Remember that there are two kinds of bind function. The first one is the master bind, where if you just pressed one key of your keyboard, it will be taken as a continuous key. It means that once you pressed your right key, it will be continuously taking the right input from the keyboard even if you have stopped pressing that. Second one is the simple bind function. It means if you press something once, it will be taking that input as for once only. So here we are going to give a motion. So motion is actually a syntax or a parameter, and this motion means that we are moving the mouse over our GUI window. Now I will call the function that is the show happy. So if you are moving on the GUI window, then technically your pet is not alone. You are there and interacting with your pet, so it should feel happy. Now second thing comes, and that is key.bind. We need to call another function, and this function will be what if our mouse is not present, our cursor is not present on the GUI window. It means our pet is actually not happy. So we are going to give a hide happy function. It means maybe your pet may feel normal but they are not happy. So they will hide the happy features of the face like cheek, smile and everything, and just show us the normal state. And after 10 seconds, sorry, after 5 seconds, our happy level, that is 10 units, will just get to 0 and it will start feeling sad. So we need to come back to the motion that is inside the GUI window to make everything happy. Now this is the last one. Those was about the states, but we have just added one more feature, like the cheeky feature, in which, so this will be the cheeky feature. It means that your pet will interact with you. It will just show you a cheeky feature, tongue out, cheeks on the you can say face and everything. So if I double -1 means if I click there with my mouse, it will just show me that cheeky feature, otherwise not. Now everything remains as it is. What we are going to just call the functions when after. So these are by default functions which we are calling. That is 1000 milliseconds, it means 1 second. So blink. Now after blinking, we will call another function, that is when after. This will be for 5000 milliseconds, and this one will be for sad. If it will call after every 5000 milliseconds the sad function. So if we are not able to get back to the sad, our pet will become sad and we will not be able to just get the function, get the happy face again. So now let's run it and check. Okay, so eyes are blinking properly. If I get to the GUI window and just remain at the 20 units, nothing will happen. Now even sad feature is also working. If I get back here, it will show me the normal face, and if I get back here, it will just show me the sad face. Why? Because we have given something like if you leave, it will become normal, but technically it is sad. Now when I will leave, it will become normal. When I will go, it will become happy. If I rove over here, if I double click, it will show me a cheeky feature. Okay, actually the tongue is not looking like a tongue. We will get back to that. So you can see the tongue is actually a rectangle, but it should not be complete rectangle. So we will go to the tongue tip, and instead of rectangle, we'll just make it oval. Okay. Now we will run it. Now if I click it, okay, so tongue is not a complete rectangle, it's oval, and it just shows us the tongue. It is showing us the cheeks also. The eyes are blinking properly, and the eyes are independent of our cursor, means they will blink after every time interval. Also, if I am outside the window, GUI window, I am moving here, it will become sad after 5 seconds. So it is sad now. If I leave my GUI window, it will just become normal for few seconds. It means that we are not there. But if I go back and now leave, it will remain normal for few 5 seconds. So the thing is, you will get back here, you notice that why it is happening. For motion, it will show us the happy, but motion has actually a limit. So happy has a limit that from 20 units to another 350 units of x-axis. So this is the limit of the show happy. If there is a no limit but a leave opposite to the motion, that is, if we leave the GUI window, it will call the function hide happy, means normal state that we have created. So normal state can be for both. If it is so happy, it will again get normal, and if it is sad, it will again get normal. But it will be remain normal if sad function is not called for 5 seconds. Means the duration of sad function is running. So till that time only it will remain normal. Otherwise it will become sad. Even if you leave, it will just get back to normal for just 1 second, and again it will become sad, because the sad function actually works here. Now you can just look at it, that how a combination of functions are working together and how we have binded those functions. So cheeky function is actually calling the tongue and pupils function. The bind function hide happy is calling just a state function where we change the state. The show happy functions again calls the cheeky function and the states of the different mouths. Also blinking is parallelly working, it is independent of our cursor. So now if I get back here, you can see it again, it is working. So this is my pet, and you have successfully built your own pet, that is the screen pet. We have designed our own pet. We can just add some more features if we wanted. It is up to you that how you are designing your pet. You can just take various different animals like pandas, dogs, anything that you want. And using canvas designing is really simple. You can just do it. Rest of the functions will remain same. This is an example of a combination of a designing, canvas, Tkinter, GUI, and many more things. So I hope that you have enjoyed this project. Thank you.